great to be here to speak with you today. I have a question for you. Does any of you know what you want to be when you grow up? Raise your hand. Okay. Not so many of you know that. And when I heard this question, when I was at your age, I didn't know either. And I really hated the question, because how can you know? You haven't tried anything. How can you know that being a dentist is better than being a doctor? Exactly. Or how do you know? You can't know it. So I'm here to speak with you about finding what you like, finding a job that is both fun and you can do a really good job at it. In my life, I've had a few passions, things that I've found fun, that have been interesting to me, and that I've spent a lot of time doing. And the first is sports. When I was younger, I played a lot of basketball, and I even played in the national team a few games. So you understand how much time I put into that. Today, though, that passion has gone over to skateboarding. I really love skateboarding, and I spend a lot of my time doing that. The other passion I have is trading stocks. A stock is a small piece of a big company that goes up and down in value, and you can buy and sell to you and to other people. And when I was 13, my father, he gave me a very, very small amount of stocks, which I could do what I want with. And since then, I was hooked. It's very exciting. It's almost like gambling, but you have control over it. And it's also, you learn a lot by doing it, because you need to learn from your mistakes. I can do a mistake one week, and then the next week I come in the same situation and I don't make the same mistake, and I feel, wow, I really learned something. And another great value of it is you need to bet something to win something. And that's really important. Learning from mistakes and betting to win. Making the effort to go somewhere. That's really important. And how many of you in here does sports? Raise your hand. Right. Yeah, doing sports like football, soccer. Yeah. Feel you. Imagine the feeling when you play a really good game. When your team wins the game, you win a game. Or imagine the feeling when you get a good result at a test. When something goes good for your company, it's like winning a championship final. And that's really important. So that's my final passion. It's my company. Doing something you love, working with something you love is incredible. So I'm going to show you what it is that me and my work teammates, what we do. This is a site, it's an internet site that lets you, instead of, how many of here looks at YouTube videos? How many reads blogs? Instead of going on one website, looking at, what? Any questions? Okay. Instead of going to YouTube, looking at some videos, then visiting a few blogs, jumping back and forth, and you really don't know where you're going, we gather all of the content that you might want to read. And the content, it can be news posts, videos, everything you find on the internet, and we gather it in one place, so you don't have to look for it. So here you have some great videos from, I don't know if you, does any like break? Do you know what break is? Like fail videos and stuff like that. We gather all of the great things on the internet and we put it here. And if you find something you like, you can just save it for later. Let me log in here so I can show you. You don't have to, man måste inte logga in, men man får mycket mer värde om man gör det. Tack. Det är Windows, vad är det för? Hur gör man det här? Who has a question? All right, so this is my profile. This is things that I'm interested in. So you see some cars. I got this great video here. He doesn't really know what this is all about. And everything you find you can also easily share with all your friends on the site, and you can share it to Facebook and stuff like that as well. And the thing is, with me and my passion, which is the technology and internet, which I discovered not so long ago, it made it really easy for me to be able to create something that other people can use, because I really love the internet. I really love technology, so I was able to create something and really put a lot of energy to it. I'm really lazy otherwise. I'm like you guys. I hated homework. I hate cleaning the house. I hate everything that is not fun to me, but this is fun to me, so I put a lot of energy to it. And that's really important. It's really, really important. But the lesson is you need to start looking. You need to start identifying what is really important to you. And you need to know that everything, once you discover what is important to you, you need to be able to think that I can contribute to this. I can make a change that other people will find interesting. And that is, everyone can do it. Everyone really can do it. It's just about finding what you really like. When I was 18, I played a basketball game and I injured my knee. And I couldn't play anymore. And for someone who did sports for basically every day of half their life anyway, it's a pretty tough situation. And for about a year, I did basically nothing. But one day, I followed a friend down to Seabab skate park. Has anyone been there? Yeah. Seabab, yeah. It's a beautiful place. It's one of my favorite places in the city. And I stood there looking at him while he was skating, and it was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I'd never stood on a skateboard before. I'd never really seen anyone really be good at it, but it was really amazing. And but I thought, I had never ever skated before, and I thought, I can't learn this. I'm too old. I'll just get injured. All the kids here are so friggin' great. They'll just laugh at me because I suck. But I did it anyway. I started skating back and forth on my street, and then I went the first time alone to Seabab, and I got better. And today, I'm actually better than my friend was at the time when I saw him. So it's an amazing thing to really push yourself to do things that you find is interesting, and not thinking that I can't do this. This is too hard. I will fail. Because you can do it. When you find something you really like, you can do it. Amen. You really can. Amen. How many in here wants to make a lot of money when they grow up? And 2 hands. And how many in here How many in here wants to have fun while making a lot of money? Everybody. Because you see, the easiest way.
Which kind of fun?
The kind of fun where your work is important to you. That's the kind of fun. You build something. But, where was I? Yeah, the easiest way to make a lot of money and to have fun while doing it is to create something that, create an idea and make it come to life in an area that is really important to you. That is the #1 easiest way to make a lot of money and to have fun while doing it. And here is a very, very important lesson. The biggest tip I have to give you is the way you make an idea come to life. The way you make an idea reality. And that is to program it yourselves. It is the #1 way to make an idea come to life, and everyone can learn how to program. I started doing it a year ago, and I'm not super good at it right now, but I can do a couple of things, and I think it is very, very fun to build something. It is, how many of you have built Lego? You know, when you build a really, like a big fort or a big spaceship or whatever, you sort of get attached to it. You want to make it better, and you tinker, and you... What I want to say is building something, programming something is like building something, and building things are great. So the easiest way to get your idea to reality is to program it. And of course it needs to be a technological, program is technological, but the beauty of that is it doesn't really matter what you're interested in. You can be interested in fashion, you can be interested in animals, you can be, like I said, a doctor, but you can still make a technical innovation in all of these areas. So it's a really broad area that you can work with, and you also work with the future. I think that's a real beauty. When you're my age, you won't be programming this. You will have like transparent screens that you can do, like you can bend, you can things, and you will program robots, and you will do all these amazing things that seem like science fiction right now. So it's really amazing. And I have a final advice to you. It's you really need to start to look for things you find interesting, and you need to believe that you can change these things and help each other out. Work with your friends. It is the most fun and is the best way to be good at something. Thank you.